RuneScape is a browser-based free MMORPG that initially released in January of 2001. The game was developed and published by Jagex, who built the game using Java, which has since 2016 been replaced by a C++ coded client. RuneScape has received a Guinness World Record for being the largest and most updated free MMORPG in the world, having over 200 million accounts made worldwide. Many people argued that RuneScape at its best was in 2007, when people had more interaction between each other. The game world was simple while still having many things to do, rather than today's RuneScape, which looks far better, but many believe it to be pay to win, and say that it has lost its originality. This all started mostly with the release of an update named Evolution of Combat near the end of 2012. The update changed and replaced many of the things people loved about the game. After some time, Old School RuneScape was released in early 2013, based off of the state RuneScape was in during 2007.
Well, what is my opinion on Old School versus RuneScape 3? Well, when I think about Old School, I think about like the old days where there was literally like no grand exchange. You could only trade with players and you have to buy from the NPCs in the game. And the fact that you have to carry all your tools with you, like your hatchet, your pickaxe, is kind of tedious to me. But then for some players, I think it's really good, since it's the charm of the old days of RuneScape where you have to do everything yourself, right? So Old School RuneScape doesn't really appeal to me, but I could get why people like it. I could get why like the veteran players really like Old School RuneScape. For RuneScape 3, however, like the game is much more sped up and the combat's way more interesting, but then it loses almost completely like of what the game was originally. So the game pretty much feels completely different than the Old School, but then the game is much easier to play, and I guess it's sort of more fun. Depends on your preferences. Like to me, RuneScape 3 is a little bit more fun.
Today, both Old School and New RuneScape have highly dedicated communities who play the game together, some even taking it as seriously as a second life. On Reddit, the communities are the most active. They post memes, suggestions, or improvements to the game, and sometimes just have casual discussions. Without the communities, both versions of the game would be much duller and empty than they are now. When a player logs into RuneScape today, the world will feel alive and flourishing, no matter where in the world you go.
In 2011, what ended up happening was the developers and creators, they released an update, or numerous updates, that a lot of the community disagreed with, and as a result, it made the game virtually unplayable, and I could not stop. It just didn't have the same appeal as it did to me when I was younger.